Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Touchline Facts. First and foremost, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit all those buttons. We're 41 subs off 400. We're on the road with the growth. The channel just keeps growing, man. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Big up to every single one of you that subscribed. Big up to every single one of you that supports the channel, man. And yeah, today, or yesterday, should I say, news drops. The Premier League had a boardroom meeting with all the Premier League clubs, all 20 of them. I believe, or saying, or maybe it was a few days ago. I don't know. But the news dropped yesterday. That's what I'm saying. On February the 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, and my heart was broken. Man United's heart was broken. Man United's soul was broken. Do you get what I'm saying? The news broke that the Premier League clubs, and I want to word this right. Let me just get it right. They have voted against, or voted to retain, current PSR for another season. So usually PSR resets every 3 years. Every 3 years, you have to balance the books, and it resets every 3 years. It's now extended, so this time it's going to be 4 years. So this season, I believe, counts for the last 3 years as well. So it's going to be 4 season period this time. Basically be 4 seasons. That's what I'm saying. It's basically 4 seasons, which my club, Man United, is actually really directly going to fuck us up. I believe I'm directly going to fuck this up. I'm going to discuss why. I'm going to discuss why the title will be Man United must win the Europa League, because the Europa League is going to be an important factor in being able to beat these PSR allegations, or PSR, being able to help us, basically. Do you get what I'm saying? Being able to help us, because we are struggling with PSR, especially after these new rules. As I believe next season or next summer, we cannot use the profit or something. I don't know. Along the lines, we couldn't use the profit from the 2022-2023 season. I'm not too sure. Something across them lines. I can't remember what it was. We're going to get into. We're going to dive straight into the article. But as I say, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you are new. Now, diving straight into this. Got it right here from Magic Hats, the Magic Top Hats. Devastating PSR blow for Man United. In Martin Ziegler's article below, he explains how the PL clubs just voted to retain the current PSR for another season. The expectation had been that they would evolve into new rules that focus on a ratio of squad costs versus revenues and player sales, SCR. The decision to retain the existing rules has caught out Man United in their club and squad planning. Caveat, the below is a high-level analysis that could be out for 20 million, but not enough for conclusions to be different. I estimate that Man United will sail through the 3-year PSR assessment that occurs at the end of this season. But obviously now I believe, as I say, it's gone to an extended period of 4 seasons, which means PSR won't reset or something across them lines for next season, as I say, which, you know what I mean, Man United wanted it to, so then they could spend money next summer without having to worry, and then they could worry about making up the profit in the other summers and, getting back into the Champions League and stuff like that. That occurs at the end of the season. PSR headroom should be over 35 million totally safe. However, the profit from the 2022-2023 season will no longer be included when assessment is performed at the end of next season. I estimate without UEFA's revenues next season, Man United will have a negative 88 million headroom on PSR. So this guy here believes Man United will have at least 88 million pounds they have to make up before they can even buy a player next season or in the summer. Before we can even buy a player, before we can even spend any money, we have to make up 88 million. And 88 million PSR hole to plug next season before any new signings are made. There are ways United can start plugging this hole, and this is where the Europa League comes into it. So obviously, go further in the Europa League and we'll earn an extra 10 million. I don't know if that's an extra round or if that's winning the whole thing. I have no idea. But going further in the Europa League will help us. That's why Europa League is key, number one. And this is the second one, is the big one. We know we're not getting top 4 next season. This season, we know we're not getting it. We're too far off, and we haven't even won back-to-back games all season. We can barely string 2 wins together. 2-game challenge is near enough impossible for us. And this is why Europa League is so important. Secure UEFA revenues for next season. Win the Europa League, and they could make 50 million without even winning a game, without even playing a game in the Champions League. You earn 50 million up front. That is more than half of the 88 million PSR hole that we have to plug. The black hole we've got is more than 50 million of it. More than half of it. That would be absolutely instrumental to us from the UCL next season. Sell and loan out higher wage players again for next season, or sell players to make profit. Obviously, we know we're going to sell players, but we're going to get onto that. That's why the Europa League, like even this geezer says here, win the Europa League, and United have some safety with it. Better leverage when negotiating sales of academy players to other clubs in the summer. And now I'm going to give you our thoughts. So we have to win the Europa League now. It is a must. and you see that it is an absolute must. We are currently we are, as he said, he reckons £88 million in debt. You win the Europa League, you get Champions League. We're not going to get in top four. You win the Europa League, you get Champions League. You also get 10 million, he said, or something for going extra. So let's say we get 10 million plus 50 million in Champions League. That's 60 million revenue. Straight away, 60 million off the 88 million. Then you get rid of Sancho. That's 25 million. He's gone already. It's guaranteed he's gone. That's 25 million. Plus his wages, that'll be an extra couple million. That's the black hole done. Before we start selling players, Rashford, Anthony, Lindelof's going, Casemiro's probably going to go, Evans for free, get their wages off the bill. Who else? Eriksen's going to go for free. All in all, I don't think we have. I do think we have to win the Europa League. I don't think we're going to struggle that much in terms of PSI. I think we will find a way, but I think we need as much comfort as we can possibly get. Do you get what I'm saying? Because we need to go out this summer. We need to go out this summer and spend 200 to 300 million. And if we have to make up 80, if we already start with a If not the opposite of a head start, what's the opposite of a head start? Do you get what I'm saying? We already start with a bit of a net negative, should we say? We already start with a bit of a net negative. Like, say, for example, if we win the Europa League and we got rid of that, or so if we don't win the Europa League, right, and we're not in the Champions League, and we now have to sell players already to make up the 88 million, it's kind of a bit fucked, isn't it? We're kind of a bit screwed, aren't we? Do you get what I'm saying? Because then what we're going to do with the rest of the money? Because we've already sold our players, sold our assets. And now we have no room, more assets to sell. And now we've got to buy players now. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why the Europa League has to be a must win, because we have to get Champions League football. And I didn't realize it was this bad. I did not realize, I can't lie, maybe I was a bit ignorant, maybe I was a bit arrogant. I didn't realize Man United's FFP scenario was this bad. When we was talking in January, talking about signing 3 or 4 players, I did not understand it was this bad. It is absolutely atrocious. We're an £88 million black hole in debt. And yeah, man, the Europa League's a must-win, lads. We got to go do that. Now, regards to, I do think we will, as I say, find a way out of this, because I think Eriksen's leaving on the free. That's 100k a week. I think Evans is leaving on the free. That's about 100k a week. I think Lindelof's about 100k a week as well. There's 3 players. Sancho's leaving 25 million plus 15 million a year, for the wages. Rashford's going to leave. If we get Rashford, 40 million for Rashford plus the 15 million a year in wages. That's brilliant. That's already what? Near enough, about 50, 60 million, probably more than that, way more than that. Probably, no, that's way more, because Rashford's going for near enough about 100 million, that is, just from saving. Do you get what I'm saying? Casemiro, if we get him 30 million for him, plus the 15 million a year he's on for wages, again, we're laughing. And then we sell 1 or 2 more players for a decent amount. Maybe we get 30, hopefully we sell Garnacho for 50 million. If we get that, that'd be perfect. That would end all our woes, all our worries. And yeah, I am a bit worried how this summer's going to go, but I feel like the club, this is going to be massive on Ineos this summer. Massively on Ineos. They're gonna have to find a way, whether that is selling a Garnacho, whether that is selling a Mainu, whether that is selling this, whether it is just making up profit, whether it is just making up money. Man United are going to have to make some money by selling players, have to find a way, whether it be a new sponsorship deal. Look at the way Chelsea and Todd Bowley done with the loopholes. Look what they did, sold the hotels. I'm not saying we should do that. I don't think we should sell hotel. I don't think we own hotel football. I know we own the area of Manchester United or Old Trafford, which I know they're never going to be able to sell. I don't even know if they actually own that themselves. Well, I know Man United as an area own that. They own the Premier Inn and all that shit. So yeah, we have to find the loophole. You have to ring up Todd, big old Todd. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, man, I'm all right. How's that all going about Ineos, man? Yeah, well, we need to sell some players. We need some loopholes. Do you have any loophole ideas for me, Todd? Yeah, man. Do you know what? How about your academy? You got any superstar footballers? You got that young new Cristiano Ronaldo in River Garnacho. You got him at Old Trafford. Yeah, we could do a deal. What's your prices be? I'm thinking more about like 40 million for $40 million for him. What do you think? $40 million. We want about 70 million pounds for him. I think that would be a great deal. 70 million pounds, 70 million bucks. Y'all's a rowdy, man. What? 70 million bucks? Oh my gosh. I have to come back to you. I have to speak to my informants and all my data analysis and all that stuff. I have to speak to Carrot Wynne Stanley and Paul Stewart for that one. Sorry, bro. I'll come back to you, though. Don't worry. Yeah, no worries. Phone down. Do you get what I'm saying? But we have to find a way of a loophole. We're gonna have to get that done. And yeah, Man United must win the Europa League this summer. It is the summer. This season, to save the football club from what could probably put us in another year or 2 years behind if we don't win it. Let's go and win it. Big up to every single one of you. Subscribe if you're new. And that's why, Bosh, I'm out.